Dawood, what
Yeah,
are
hi.
you? Hello.
Yeah, I mean, I heard you say something about the hour, but I mean, if Jesus is himself is saying in the Bible that no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. So is he lying then? Is he?
Okay, did you hear my explanation? Did you
I
bother
didn't hear the
to
whole lot.
listen
No,
to
sure.
explain? Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't hear the whole lot. I only caught the end part of it.
Okay, so now we are now going to explain it to you again. All right. Hope you won't be like the other guy. All right. Hope you will listen and you will be calm. You are not going to be like the other guy. Okay. So I'll ask the brother here if he can. Now he will pull up for you John 16:28 to 30. Now in that passage, the disciples of Jesus said Jesus know all things. Okay, Dawood, are you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening, mate. Yeah.
Now in that passage in John 16:28 to 30, the same disciples listening to Jesus in Matthew, that will be 24, right? That will be 24. The same disciples listening to Jesus, they said Jesus know all things. So it's either you that is reading that don't understand Jesus, or the disciples, right? They also misunderstand Jesus. But we know that the former is the case, not the latter, because you are not with Jesus. The disciples of Jesus were with Jesus. They heard Jesus speak. And when Jesus communicated with them, he did that in a culture that is different from yours. All right? So they understood what Jesus mean, unlike you in the 21st century. Just reading through, not knowing the context, not knowing in which culture Jesus is saying this and what it means. So if the disciples understood Jesus the way you do, they are not going to say Jesus know all things. Correct?
Right.
All right. So enjoy. You want to read it or for a friend, or I don't know
Yeah,
how you.
let's just go let's go directly
Okay.
to 30. He said, now
Okay.
we know that you know all things. Can you read
All
that?
right.
30. He said, now we know that you know all things,
Yes.
and that do and do not need anyone to question you. Did you hear
Okay.
that, Dawood?
Yeah, carry on, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's the
that's
point.
all.
So here,
That's the point. So Jesus
so
knows
here,
all things, all right? And he doesn't need anybody to ask him questions. So the same disciples listening to Jesus in Matthew, saying that no one knows the time and the hour, not even the son, the angels, not the Son, but the Father. The same disciples say Jesus know all things. So it means the disciples don't understand Jesus the way you do in this 21st century. And now we are now going to explain what that means. Now, in the culture of the Jews, and you often hear Jesus makes parable, Jesus refers to himself, even in Matthew, as the bride. All right? Now, in the culture of the Jews, when a bride is going to get married to his groom, when he's going to his wife, when they are going in marriage to take, all right, the groom's hand in marriage, the son does not have the right, even though he knows it. He doesn't have the right to make the day known to people. It's only his father that have that right. So that is in the culture of the Jews. So that's what Jesus is referring to, because Jesus speaks in parable.
Sorry, what
If
did you
you
sorry,
read
can you
Matthew
just repeat
chapter,
that? So can you just repeat that, please? So the father, he said when the son goes to get married,
yes, the son does not have the right to make the day known that they are going to take the groom's hand in marriage. It is only his father, even though he knows the day. It is his father that have the right to declare that day to people. That's in the Jewish culture. Okay?
right?
And Jesus is a Jew. And Jesus often speaks in parable. If you read Matthew 13, they say Jesus did not communicate with the people except he uses parable, except he uses figure of speech. So when Jesus was speaking there, the way he's communicating, all right, is not directly. That's what he's saying. What he's saying is embedded in the Jewish culture. Not that he doesn't know. He knows it. But what he's saying there is that he wouldn't declare it. It is the Father. It is in the authority of the Father to make the day and the hour known. Because for God's sake, Jesus is the one coming. All right? So how do we know that this is the case? Now we'll go to Acts chapter 1. You see that they ask Jesus the same question, but he answers it differently there. So let's go to Acts chapter 1. I don't know, maybe the brother can show you on the screen if also you want to see it. All right? So I'll read for you from Acts 1 now. Okay. Okay. So Acts chapter 1, we'll read verse 6. All right. This is after the resurrection of Jesus. Jesus now assembled his disciples, all right, taught them to leave them with his last words before his ascension. Are you there, Dawood? I want to be sure you are listening.
Yeah, I can hear you, Karen.
Okay, so I'm saying Acts chapter 1 is Jesus' last words to his disciples. He gathered them, all right? Then he will talk to them, instruct them before he ascends. Now, the brother is showing you verse 6 there. The same question was asked to Jesus. The same thing he said in Matthew 24. The same thing is asked to him now in Acts chapter 1. I want you to notice how he answered it, showing that what he meant is not what people understood him to be saying in Matthew. So here's what Jesus is saying, all right? When they therefore we are come together, that is the disciples, they ask of him, saying, Lord, will thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? In other words, the disciples are saying, is this the time now? The time and the hour we are talking about, is this the time? Hear how Jesus responded to them. And he said unto them, verse 7, it is not for you. Now he didn't say for us now. He didn't say, I don't know. It is not for you to know the times or the season which the Father had put in his own power, but ye shall receive power after the Holy Ghost is come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses unto me, both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria and unto the uttermost part of the earth. Okay?
Yeah.
He did not say that when they asked him, is this the time now? Will you at this time now restore the kingdom? He didn't say, oh no, we don't know. No, he said it is not for you. So that's showing you that what Jesus meant in Matthew 24 is to reveal the time, that it is only the Father, it is in the Father's authority to reveal that time, not because he's ignorant of it, no, but because this knowledge is not meant for the disciples. They shouldn't concern themselves with that, but they should concern themselves of being a witness to him.
Okay,
So you understand?
I've understood, yeah.